If you want to stop, we can stop. But let me like talk to you. Like,
I don't want to talk with my hand on the board. Do you not understand?
What scares you? I mean, what truly scares you? I'll openly admit I've never been a fan of jump scares. You know, it jumps out, it scares you, but then it's over. What is truly terrifying for me is the unknown. What truly scares me is the fear that you can't combat, the scary that you can't comprehend because you don't know where it's coming from and you don't know how to deal with it. Welcome back to Paranormal is Our Normal. It is spooky season and these are ghost stories and I hope you enjoy. Today we have two fan submitted stories, one from Morgan and one from Cece, that deal with that issue alone. How do you combat something that you don't understand? How do you deal with an evil that you didn't know existed? Cece writes in, I must have been about 10 years old when this all happened. My friend Liz invited me over to her house after school. I was especially excited because there were no parents there because her mom worked outside of the house. Liz and I were just messing around. We were making Kool-Aid, eating cookies, and then Liz had the bright idea to bring out a Ouija board. Now, I had no idea what a Ouija board was or what a Ouija board could do, so I went ahead and told her I would love to play. As we got the board out of the box and arranged the planchette in the center, we lightly put our fingers on it. The planchette took off like a rocket, like it had a mind of its own, turning and twisting around the board, all different letters. There were no yes or no responses. It started spelling things out quickly. We wanted to ask it normal questions, the questions that any teenage girls would want to ask. Who's our future husband? How many times will we be married? But the planchette, it had a mind of its own. It continued to spell things out. It started spelling out, I am SATAN. Every time we tried to ask a different question, we got the same response. I am SATAN. Being a skeptic and thinking that Liz was just playing with me, I said, okay, Satan, if it's you, turn the lights off. And every light in the house turned off, and they stayed off. I booked it out of Liz's house back to my house. It was absolutely terrifying. My mother never let me go back over to Liz's house again, and Liz's mother was so mad at us. But the only thing that I found, the more research I've done on Ouija boards, we never closed the board. Is the portal still open? Cece, thank you for your story. I want to know in the comments, have you ever messed with a Ouija board? Do you believe in their power? Now we move on to Morgan's story, who takes on a weird idea of mimics and doppelgangers. Morgan writes in, the story took place in my childhood home in a little small town in Texas. My brothers would always joke around saying that there was a little girl in the house who looked just like me. She was a ghost. I thought they were just saying it to mess around with me and my mom. And then that nightmare started to become true. My mom and dad were separated, but they were amazing co-parents. My dad would often pick me up from school and take me to softball practice, and my mom would pick my brothers up and take them back to the house. One day, my mom had picked us all up. Softball practice was canceled. So my mom was making dinner, doing the normal after-school routine, when my mom's phone rang, and it was my dad. Hey, we're running late, but I'll have Morgan over at the house in no time. What are you talking about? Morgan's here at the house. She didn't have softball practice today. You got to be playing with me, my dad said. No, Morgan's with me. I picked her up from school, took her to softball practice. She's sitting right here in the back seat. My mom's face turned white as a ghost. It's not possible. I'm here looking at Morgan. So am I, my dad said. I've got her right here by the hand. She is with me. My mom and my dad started to argue, and nobody understood what was happening. I was at the house, but I was at the back of the car with my dad. My mom and dad stayed on the phone while my dad rushed to our house. He came up the front steps, knocked on the door, holding my hand, her hand, someone's hand, and there she was. Both of us just standing there looking at each other. It was like looking into a mirror, a second Morgan, and then she just vanished. It's been this way my entire life. People claim to see me in places that I knew that I wasn't. I know I wasn't there, but they all swear that I was there. Even to this day, my husband, my own children, claim to see me in a living room when I'm in the kitchen, or in my bedroom when I'm downstairs. I don't know what it is. It never seems to be harmful. It just is a second me. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That's the things that scare me, the things that I can't explain. I hope you guys are enjoying these stories, and I hope you have a wonderful spooky season. If you have a story, let us know and drop them down here in the comments. Enjoy.